Welcome to the most must-watch WSUW YouTube channel in history. Welcome to First Round KO.
Enjoy the program.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is
Howard J. Dingers. And this is 3 Count Review.
welcome to Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw edition. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Howard J. Dingers, and welcome to 3 Count Review, the Raw and Smackdown edition this week. This show is presented by First Round KO. I'm back, everyone. I'm back. I wasn't able to do a Raw review and a Smackdown review, so I'm cramming them into one episode just because I miss talking about wrestling. So I wanted to do a quick review of both of them. Real quick, before we get into the rest of the show, please like, comment, and subscribe. It would really help me out. Really trying to get this going, so that would be a great help. And share me with the rest of your wrestling fans, your wrestling fan buddies. I can't talk. This is my first time recording since my Christmas break. So as you can tell in the rest of the episode, I cannot talk. But I have a great show for you. I talk about both Raw and SmackDown. I don't go into too much detail, but I give my opinions on my little pieces. So please enjoy, and I'll see you on the other end. So we're going to start the show off with the Raw review. Obviously, we're going to go in order. Raw opened up with a match. I was actually genuinely, pleasantly surprised about this. It was the Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler steel cage match that was announced last week. I say pleasantly surprised because there was no opening promo. It wasn't, there wasn't an opening promo to start the match. It wasn't like the authority figures to come out and say, here's the show, have a good time. But this match was really good, actually. I tried to pay attention to most of it, but, Dolph Ziggler. And there was a lot of Dolph Ziggler was trying to escape, try to win without beating Drew. There was a lot of that, a lot of Ziggler trying to leave. But Drew, with the height advantage and, him being smart, he kept foiling it. It was really good. But towards the end of the match, so it was, there's a zigzag. Dolph hit a zigzag, Drew kicked out of it, and then eventually hit him with a Claymore. Out of nowhere. Like, literally, it was one of the best Claymore kicks I've ever seen. Just straight out of nowhere. It wasn't like he was running and did a Claymore kick. He literally just jumped into a running Dolph Ziggler and did a Claymore. It was awesome. It was amazing. And then he pinned him, I believe. Oh, no. Okay, yeah. He hit the out of nowhere one. Took his time, let Ziggler recover, but then hit a second Claymore for the win, which, again, looked amazing. I love the Claymore. I love Drew McIntyre. Pretty solid match. And then after the match, Ziggler yelled at McIntyre, "Is that all you got?" Hit him with another, or he hit him. Oh, okay. So he pinned Ziggler against the cage with a chair, and then hit him with a Claymore kick at the bottom into the chair. Looked really nasty. And then Drew took a microphone after the match, said he was the king of the Raw jungle, but he announced that he was going to be in the Royal Rumble. That was basically the gist of the promo. And then he just went in and beat up Dolph Ziggler again, started leaving, saw that Dolph Ziggler was sitting on the chair, went in there, hit him with another Claymore kick. He beat the ever-living crap out of Dolph Ziggler. It was really cool. So then we had backstage, Shane McMahon and Triple H arrive in a limo 20 minutes late to the show. I thought that was a little weird. Why not open the show with that? I don't know. It was weird because then it looks like the Authority showing up late and they don't care. Weird. I don't know. So then they had their they had their New Year's resolution promos that they did on both Raw and SmackDown. Finn said he was going to win the Universal title again. Ember said she was going to win the Royal Rumble. And the Ascension wanted the tag titles. At first, Victor said he wanted the Fashion Files back. I thought that was really funny. And then the Lucha House Party said 2019 will be their year. Not sure what that means, but okay, thanks. Seth Rollins then came out and he mentioned the term fresh start and eventually said he wanted another shot at Ambrose. He said, hey, I got my rematch. Let's do the rematch. Let's do it right here tonight. I want Ambrose. This brought out Triple H. And Triple H mentions that there are no more automatic anything. His automatic rematch for the IC title is not happening tonight. Hunter said he doesn't think Seth deserves anything as far as the rematch. He said he's always been his most vocal supporter. And Rollins brought up their history, saying he was only supporting him because he was his puppet. Hunter then said Seth made him believe in what he was doing, and then he said, you again made me believe in you when you kicked my ass at WrestleMania. Yeah, it was really good. Seth said he wasn't asking for anything, and he said he carried Raw for the last year, and having classics with Finn Balor, Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, Mojo Rawley even. I thought that was a good one. And then he said he carried Raw while Brock was away. He asked Hunter if he wants the old Rollins back. Hunter says yes, and he can prove it tonight by taking on Bobby Lashley. He says he'll burn Bobby Lashley down and then take everything away from Ambrose. He said he'll go after anyone that comes in his way, including Triple H and the McMahons. Could be interesting. I don't want to see another Triple H-Seth feud, but this was interesting. A lot of people are comparing this to what they're doing on SmackDown with Vince and AJ. I kind of see that. Triple H trying to bring out the old Seth Rollins. Vince is trying to bring out the older, I guess, or new AJ to the WWE audience. But I don't know. I'm interested. I don't think this Seth thing is going to go anywhere as far as Triple H. I'm more interested. So that's why I don't think they're similar. But I'm very interested about that Vince thing. We're going to talk about that. This brought out Shane McMahon, and he told Seth to get ready for his match. But someone will be facing Dean tonight for the Intercontinental Championship. And that will be the winner of the Fresh Start Battle Royal. Okay. And then, so everyone came out. Cool. Interesting note, Baron Corbin came out still wearing pants and a vest. I like the look. I've always been a fan of the look, but he's not the GM anymore. He's not authoritative, so why is he still in there? Why is he still wearing that? Not sure. So then we had a pretty good Battle Royal. I'm not going to go through the whole thing because I want this to be quick. Apollo Crews won the Battle Royal after having 8 eliminations. I thought they were just kind of building him in the Battle Royal itself, but no, he won it. Okay. Apollo gets a Intercontinental Championship match later. He had a promo with Charlie Caruso in the ring afterwards. And then Dasha brings in Natalya backstage, recaps what happened last week with Rousey and Natalya, which I hear is a pretty decent match. I would recommend watching it. And Natalya said some weird things. She said she wants to fight Ronda again, so she's going to enter the Royal Rumble. Cool. Nia Jax walks in and questioned if Ronda will even be champion by then, and maybe something will derail her. And then Tamina jumps Natalya from behind, and they beat up Natalya. Cool. Back from commercial, Corbin is still in the ring, and he was complaining that if anyone deserves a fresh start, it's him. And he said that the crowd had no idea how hard it was being GM and that he deserves an award. This brought out Elias, who played a Corbin song called Corbin a Loser. He and his friend Kid Rock agree that Detroit is making a comeback. Is Detroit like Raw? Yikes. Yeah, Elias is great. Elias started to play a song asking Corbin to go away. Corbin heard enough about a minute in, and the two ended up brawling around the ring, and Corbin eventually fled backstage as Elias stood tall. Don't know why we needed 2 Corbin segments in a row, but this was good. I like Elias, and I like that they're somewhat pushing him. Wouldn't mind seeing the IC title on him. Just saying. Then we had 6-woman tag match. Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Ember Moon versus the Riot Squad. And the former won. Sasha, Bayley, and Ember won. After a pretty decent fight. I enjoyed it. I like all 6 of these women. So it was a good match. I enjoyed watching it. And I mean, yeah, I think, what was the ending? Oh, Sasha hit her backstabber and Bayley hit an elbow drop, which is, I don't know why they didn't do the backstabber Bayley to belly spot, because that's their finisher that they've been using. I don't know why Bayley, I don't know. It was weird, but whatever. It works. And then they aired a video showing Braun Strowman's 2018 highlights. Most of them included Kevin Owens getting beaten up. Not cool. Lio Rush came out and said if anyone deserves a fresh start, it's Bobby Lashley. There was a lot of that tonight. There was a lot of people saying, oh, people are talking about a fresh start. Well, I deserve a fresh start. You know who else needs a fresh start? This person needs a fresh start. It was stupid. Plus, this show was still in 2018. I don't know. So then we got the Lashley. Sorry if I'm stuttering a lot, and I've been on a 2-week break. I'm not used to talking anymore. Sorry. I do apologize. This is my first one from being back, and then I'm going to take another break. Sorry. Back to the review. This was a decent match. It's Lashley, so it's not great, but it was fun because Lashley was doing his power moves. So Seth had the control because he was out wrestling, and he's a better wrestler than Bobby. It was good storytelling. And then Leo hit a Hurricanrana into the ring post outside, which then gave Lashley the control. And they were telling the story that Lashley was not letting up on Seth, because if you give Seth any glimmer of hope, he's going to take advantage and he's going to take the momentum back. They were doing really good storytelling with that. And so for that instance, for storytelling, it was a very good wrestling match. I enjoyed it a lot. But then let's see here. Oh, he got sick of Leo interfering. They did a really good chase scene. Leo's really good at running away from people. They did a good chase scene there. But Seth got fed up with Leo interrupting, so he grabbed a steel chair and beat the ever-living crap out of both of them with a steel chair, and eventually hit an amazing curb stomp on Lio Rush. It was great. Something covers over Seth. Oh, okay. Blah, blah, blah. Rollins then stomped her. Okay. Ronda Rousey looked mad backstage as Natalya paced around her. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't see Natalya. Just saw Ronda looking mad. So that's kind of funny. They announced John Cena will be on Raw next week. Cool. I love how Vince, when he was dressed up as Santa last week, he was like, oh, we're getting Raw Women's Tag Titles, and John Cena's going to be on TV in 2019. So they literally put him on the first Smackdown of 2019 and the first Raw of 2019, and then he'll be gone until WrestleMania probably. It's really funny. So then we had Jinder Mahal and the Singh brothers versus Slater and Rhino in a handicap match. This was stupid. The heels had the advantage, which is good. It's not a Lucha House Rules thing. But yeah, they beat the heels won. That's all I can say. Colossus. Heath Slater was taking out the Singhs outside while a Colossus was on Rhino, and 1, 2, 3. Cool. Whatever. It was nothing. Dean Ambrose ran down Seth Rollins, and he said he will make it his duty to make Apollo Cruz's fresh start rotten. Stupid. Chad Gable, Bobby Roode said they can't think of anything better than to take on the Revival next week, and they will continue to make the tag division glorious. And then the Revival, Sasha Banks, Bayley had tag-related resolutions. Oh, okay. So the Revival said we're going to make the tag division better. And Sasha and Bayley said, we want to be the first women's tag champions. Cool. Dean Ambrose versus Apollo Crews for the IC belt then went on. And this was a good match. I do have to say, I very much enjoyed this match. I think Apollo is amazing in the ring, super athletic, and he's big, so he can do the power moves. It's a really good combination of two wrestling styles. Very good. But eventually, Dirty Deeds out of nowhere for the win. It was a good match. Not bad. So then, oh yeah, backstage, Alexa said she missed being the GM of the women's division, but thanks to the McMahon, she now has a talk show, and it's called A Moment of Bliss. Great. It's going to debut next week, and Ronda's going to be the first guest. Awesome. Highlights of Brock Lesnar, because he'll be on Raw next week. And then we had Ronda Rousey and Natalya taking on Nia Jax and Tamina. This was a match. I only like one of the wrestlers in this match. And Ronda was amazing as always, but, you know, it's a normal Ronda tag match. Her partner took most of the 90% of the match. Ronda came in, did her spots, and won. Awesome. Cool. And that was Raw. It was it was a holiday show. You could tell it was pre-recorded. There was sound pumped into the stadium. Well, not into the stadium, but onto the feed. It was you could tell that they were like, ratings are going to suck anyway. We'll just do it. So that was Raw. Let's talk about SmackDown. SmackDown, let's see here. How did SmackDown kick off? The commentators announced a fatal 5-way for the number one contendership for Daniel Bryan's WWE Championship. Sorry, I saw AJ and I thought he was still champion for some reason. So the four were AJ, Mustafa Ali, Randy Orton, and Rey Mysterio. And the fifth person was going to be the winner of Samoa Joe and Jeff Hardy to kick off the show. But before the match, New Day come out. New Day are amazing. Sometimes they're a little annoying, but this time they were on the right side of annoying. They were very funny this week. Xavier and Kofi were in suits. E was dressed as a baby. Awesome. Their doctor said their New Year's resolution should be not to eat pancakes because it's not healthy. So they were like, we're going to start passing out cabbage. But then Big E started eating pancakes out of his diaper, which was really funny. They kept shaming him. They all had New Year's resolutions. Kofi basically said the plot of Bumblebee, and then Xavier corrected him. I think Big E's was the pancake, and then Xavier's... I don't remember. But anyway, they announced that all three of them were going to be in the Royal Rumble, and they said when they win, they are going to collectively, Freebird rule, be the Royal Rumble winner, and then they're going to face someone at WrestleMania. One of them will. And they said, we're probably going to go after the WWE Championship because let's be real, if we went after the Universal Championship, he probably wouldn't show. It was really funny. It was good stuff. And then Kofi got I don't think it was legit. I think it was just good acting, but Kofi got angry because he said he hasn't gotten sick. He's never missed a day in 11 years and he can't get a title shot. It was really funny. So then they announced the Jeff Hardy Samoa Joe match. So then we had Samoa Joe beating Jeff Hardy to become the fifth participant. And this was a throwaway match, and it's a shame because this is a feud, but it was a throwaway match. I wasn't a fan of this. So what happened was at the end of the match, Joe had the coquina clutch on Hardy at the outside of the ring. Joe went into the ring. Jeff followed him, beating the count, but then Joe just put the clutch back on him, and Hardy passed out. Cool. So it's AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Rey Mysterio, Mustafa Ali, and Samoa Joe in the Fatal 5-Way in the main event. Backstage, Shane McMahon and Mr. McMahon were discussing Joe's victory in the main event. AJ came in and teased an apology, but then said he didn't want to. He's not going to apologize. He said he threatened Vince. Shane stood up, and Styles promised to show the real AJ Styles in the main event. And after he left, Shane asked his father if he was sure he wanted the real Styles. Mr. McMahon confirmed that he does. I don't know what they're doing with this. I really don't understand what they're doing with this. Like, why? Why did... First, that's one of the points. Why are they doing this? Second point, Why AJ? AJ is only going to be here for like 3 more years. Starting after Mania, he's probably only going to be here part-time. Why are you giving this Vince McMahon rub to AJ when he's already a 2-time champion and one of the most credible people on SmackDown? Why not do this for like Mustafa or Nakamura? This would be amazing for Nakamura. There's a bunch of other people on this roster that could use this. Younger guys, Andrade Cien would be amazing, or use it with like EC3 when he comes up. I don't know. This is it. This just makes no sense to me. I don't get it. In the ring, Caleb Braxton announced the new United States champion, Rusev and Lana, and they came out, and he promised to defend the title against anyone, and he will win using his power, strength, and animal magnetism. Rusev's a treasure. And then he started chanting Rusev Day USA. And while he started chanting that, Nakamura came out of nowhere and attacked Rusev from behind with a knee. Lana tried to stop him from furthering the attack by jumping on his back. And then Rusev then hit a Machka kick on Nakamura with Lana still on Nakamura's back. So Nakamura fell backwards and landed on top of Lana. Lana got the referee treatment. She was knocked out. And Rusev went over and he was worried and he was checking on her. And then Nakamura hit the Kinshasa twice on Rusev. So no more rematch clauses, but Nakamura is going to get a rematch. He doesn't have to earn anything. It's just the new era is stupid. I hate it already, and it hasn't really even started. It really starts next week. We'll see. Hopefully, if next week's shows aren't good, then we have a problem. So then we had an announced match of Mandy Rose versus Naomi, and so at the beginning they recapped what happened last week. If you didn't see last week, Jimmy, I believe it's Jimmy, pretty sure it's Jimmy. You can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments and tell me how stupid I am. It is Jimmy. I just saw it in my notes. Jimmy was walking backstage, and Mandy noticed that he was standing under mistletoe. She wanted him to kiss her. He didn't. Naomi got really mad and chased him off, and then Naomi and Jimmy kissed. Well, then this week, Mandy came out, took off her Mandy shirt, and she had a Jimmy t-shirt on, the day one-ish t-shirt. Awesome. And then she left the ring. She got out of the ring. Sonya came in the ring, and the ref just rang the bell, and it was Sonya versus Naomi. What was that ref thinking? That's not the announced match. Why are you ringing the bell, man? He's not in the ring. It was really weird. There was just it was a nothing match. In the middle of the match, Rose grabbed the mic and she was like, "Oh, by the way, before SmackDown today, I was thinking of your husband in the locker room. So I, was just feeling funny and I sent him this picture. Picture came up on the Titantron, and it's Mandy in a towel, which people have pointed out she is wearing more in that picture than she was at ringside." Oh, WWE makes me laugh. Which distracted Naomi, and Sonya gets the win with a new finisher, which looked awesome. Her finisher looked really cool. I have no idea what it is. If you know what it is, please tell me in the comments or tweet at me at Olsen2K18. That'd be awesome because it's a really cool move, and I'm going to have to put it in 2K19 because you already know I play the hell out of that game. So then backstage, we had Orton, Mysterio, and Mustafa all give their interviews about the main event. And then the Iconics and Gallows and Anderson gave their New Year's resolutions. The Iconics said that they were going to be the women's tag champs, and Gallows and Anderson said they were going to beat up some nerds. Shelton Benjamin then gave his resolution, but he didn't. He said that resolutions were a waste of time, and he put a stop to it by pulling down the resolution set, which just turned out to be in the locker room. It was weird. If you're not going to use Shelton, then why even... Never mind. Backstage, and Joe did his little plug for the match too. So then John Cena comes down to the ring, and he cut an amazing promo. Go watch this full segment. I'm not even lying. Go watch this full segment. Not just John Cena, but John Cena and Becky Lynch, and then watch the match. Just trust me. Great segment. It's so amazing. So he was like, oh, yeah, this is WWE. I don't have a reason to be here, but I'm sure someone will come out and give me a reason. I'm sure some man will come out and tell me that I'm old and my hair looks weird and tell me that Nikki Bella dumped me, blah, blah, blah. So then he was like, all right, who is it going to be? Becky Lynch's music hit. Becky Lynch comes out and she said, you were expecting a man to come out, but were you expecting the man to come out? Stupid. I'm sure she was fed that line. Maybe that was John's idea. I don't know. But then Becky cut an amazing promo on John. Before John could reply, Andrade Cien and Selena Vega came out. And Selena actually cut a really good promo on them. And then John said, put up or shut up. Come face us. Mixed tag match, baby. And I'm telling you, if John Cena and Becky Lynch were in Mixed Match Challenge, a lot more people would have tuned into Facebook Live. I'm telling you right now, WWE, if you want that to work, John Cena and Becky Lynch, do it. Anyway, so then we had the match, which was mostly Andrade and Cena working together, and then Becky kind of like wanting to get in the match and sometimes going in when she wasn't supposed to. But the end of the match, John hit the 5-knuckle shuffle, the attitude adjustment, and then the lightning fist. I'm doing it right now. I love it. It's stupid, but I love it because, it's wrestling. But then Lynch threw Cena out of the ring, and then the disarmor on Vega for the win. It was really good. I'm not even kidding. Go watch this match. It was very entertaining. Then we had in the backstage, we had Shane McMahon in the middle of a meeting. Miz interrupted, and he wanted to show Shane pictures that he drew up of their tag team gear. He wanted them to match as a tag team. It featured Miz and McMahon in matching gear. McMahon noticed that the body Miz used for Shane's gear was Goldberg's body. That was really funny. Don't know why that's there. But Miz said McMahon's body was better than Bill's. And then Shane told Miz to tap into his creativity, and he snuck out of the room. This was weird. They just became a tag team last week, and now Shane's already kind of regretting it. This is weird. Anyway, backstage, Triple H approached the women's champion, Asuka, and he asked Asuka who she thinks deserves the title shot. And Asuka said she's willing to take on anyone. Charlotte, Carmella, and Becky all appeared and demanded a title shot. Triple H noted he is going to take it under consideration with the rest of the McMahons. So then we had the Fatal 5-Way to end the show. This was amazing. Go watch this match. It's about 15 minutes. I think might be a little less. I don't know, maybe more. It's around 15 minutes. And it's just fast-paced. Everyone hitting moves because one person leaves and you don't have the rest spot like a commercial. One person gets a big move, they leave, and then someone else comes in, and then another person, and then weird alliances happen. Samoa Joe and Randy Orton. I don't know why, but I would love to see that tag team. Go watch this. It was amazing. Towards the end of the match, Mysterio hit a 619 on Orton. Joe tried to powerbomb Mysterio into the barricade, but then Mysterio hit him with a Hurricane Rana, and then suddenly out of nowhere, AJ Styles hit a springboard 450 on Orton for the win. AJ Styles will be challenging Daniel Bryan at the Royal Rumble. Now, as the Wrestle Talk guys have pointed out, this would have been a lot better and a great chance to do Mustafa Ali, because then that furthers the AJ Styles. Because, first of all, AJ Styles did not show any aggression or anything that Vince was trying to get out of him in this match. So if Mustafa wins, like stealing AJ's pin or something like that, or if Mustafa hits an 054 and then AJ steals that pin, that would have been better. But, if Mustafa wins, that can fuel AJ a little more. That's a fresh matchup at the Royal Rumble because it's the new era and we need that, but apparently not. I don't know. There's a lot that could have been fixed with this, but with all that said, great episode of Smackdown. I can't even complain. Like, this was a great episode, as always. Smackdown is always so entertaining. I'm sure anyone who listens to me regularly will know that I love this. And it was awesome. I had a very, very fun time watching this Smackdown. So, that concludes it for the Rumble or for the for the review. So if you're watching on YouTube, see you. Click, I'll see you later. Bye-bye. See you next week. Thanks again for listening. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update. I will be doing the Raw and SmackDown reviews next week, but the following week, let me pull up a calendar real quick. Sorry. So the 7th and 8th I will be reviewing, but then the 14th and 15th I will not be reviewing. And then I'll be back full-time on the 21st and 22nd for the reviews. So until next week, I'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Give us a follow on Twitter. Links in the description down below. And make sure you listen to our podcast, First Round KO, on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Stitcher.
Until next time, peace.